Hi everyone, welcome. I think I'm live. Welcome to day 4. And we have a really windy afternoon here. So while the shop's open, it's just serving the last customer. It's going to make a lot of noise with that door because I've got the back door open and the shop door open, which just creates a lot of mess and noise. Hi everyone, welcome. As you're probably on, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm really excited for today's project. It's one of those ones that I don't know whether everyone is going to like this. Just because of what the treat is inside. But I'm sure there's other things that you could put inside. It's a great little box, and I think it looks cute anyway. So it's using some new sets. I'll share it with you while we're waiting for a few people to jump on. I'm not seeing anyone, so hopefully you can hear me, you can see me okay. If you are watching, let me know. So this is a little treat box that we're going to be creating today for day 4. This is actually a pudding box, and it's an angle cut box, so you can see the angle cut there. We open it up and we have a plum pudding. Is that not the cutest thing? Now these I actually purchase from Aldi, and they have them every year. I've gotten them I think every year for the last a long time. They are the best little plum puddings. So the funny thing is, my family, I grew up with plum puddings. My dad and mum have always done plum puddings every year. But my family don't really enjoy plum puddings, so I'm the only one that likes them. So I get these little individual ones and I stock up on them. And I'll be completely honest, I've had quite a few of these in the cupboard and I've already had a few. So I had to get this project done so I can share it with you and I can eat the puddings. Hi Wendy, how are you? Hi Jill, how are you both? I hope you're well. So I think these make an amazing little gift. You could also, I don't know, you could put lots of different things in there. It actually, you know, is a fairly decent size box, but I just love how special it is with that angle cut. And I sillily actually took the case off my plum pudding before, and I should have left it on there because it fits perfectly with the cardboard covering still on there. Oh, Wendy loves plum puddings, yeah. Hi Judith. Mind bending. No, we don't want mind bending. It's going to be nice and easy, and you guys might even notice, sit it in properly. Look how easy our decorations are. So we're going to be sharing with you this gorgeous DSP that's got die cuts in it. We're using my favorite label dies. I think I've actually used this set, or at least part of this set, on every single project just about now, especially the last, well, this is the 3rd day in a row I think. So yeah, the greetings of the season bundle. This is an amazing bundle. All right. Oh, you love all my tutorials. That's awesome, Jill. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to pop the camera down and I'm going to go through some of the supplies that we're going to be using and sharing with you what we've got out for today. Okay, give me a second, everyone. Oh, I got 7 on. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Ruby from Washington. Is that Washington State or Washington, DC? Hi, Sue. How are you? Actually, what I might do, my lights are flickering, and I think because I've got my main overhead light on. So let me turn that off. I forgot to turn that on as I went live. That's better. Okay, we've fixed that problem. Okay, so the DSP that we're using on today's box is that little bit festive 12 by 12. Can be found on page 18 of the catalogue. This is really pretty paper, and it's actually really different as well. There are 3 double-sided DSPs, so only 3 sets or 3 sheets. But then there's 3 pages, 12 by 12 pages of die cuts, which I think it's a great way of doing it if you're scrapbooking or if you're card making. This makes super quick and easy cards. It also creates really great scrapbooking pages, super easy as well. Oh, Washington State. No, nice. Excellent. All right, and as you can see in the catalogue, they've given you some great examples. So maybe if you're just starting out as a card maker, this will be a great set to grab and to create, you know, some note cards, quick and easy Christmas cards as well. Very minimal supplies for that as well. All right, so page 18. I did show you before the Greetings of the Season bundle. This is an amazing set. It's an online exclusive. You won't find it in a catalogue, but you can find it online in my online store. The sentiments in this are amazing, and I just love all these labels that we can die cut from and use with the sentiments. So we have that one. The ink that we're using is Real Red, and I've also got that good old staple gold. It's that duo combo with the silver and gold 1/8 inch ribbon, I think, and it's an online exclusive as well. All right, for my kit, let's grab that. You're going to need a piece of basic white thick cardstock. This measures 8 by 11.5 inches. And then I've got my second piece here, which is 1.5 inches by 8. I've got a piece of Real Red, and honestly, these 2 pieces make the box. We have a piece of Real Red, and you could use just a scrap if you want to have create this at home. I have it cut down to 3 1/8 by 2 1/4, and I have a piece of basic white thick as well, which is 2.5 by 1.5, and that's for this label here. So we're just sort of die cutting our labels and using our sentiment. Let me move that to the side just quickly because I want to bring in this beautiful DSP and share with you. So I always find that the catalogues never really do the DSP justice. And I'll probably also say my lighting in the office, in my craft room, with no main light on, I've just got lights on the desk, probably don't do it justice either, but it is absolutely gorgeous. So there are 3 designs. I'll show you the third one. I haven't used this one, but this one is great for masculine, and look at that, that's going to be great as a summer picnic. And then we have this piece here, which is the one we're using on today's project. We've got the Christmas trees, the candy cane stripe, and some bells, no, not bells, sorry, baubles and greenery. And look at these. Some have already fallen out. You have lots and lots of different little die cuts, which are absolutely amazing. And I do need to grab one for the top of our box. So just quickly, having a quick look, we could use this one here with the lights, or we could use this one here with the wreath, which we've got here. Hi Sharon, how are you? So I'll let you guys choose. Let me show you the second page. So sleighs and trucks and pine cones. Oh, we've even got this one here, but I don't think this would, there's not enough red in it for that. That's really nice. And then these ones here are great for pocket scrapbooking or card making. You can honestly create quick and easy cards with this as well. And a nice big strip down the center. Judith says the light wreath. Marion, hi Marion, how are you? So let me bring that in again. I need to pull these all out before they get wrecked. Okay. So we've got the greenery wreath, which will go on the top beautifully, or we have the lights, which are super cute as well. The die cuts come out really easily. Won't have any trouble with them. They're cut really nicely. Judith, I think you might have it. No one else is saying anything. So it'll look similar to that, or we can do another garland wreath. I'll leave it to the end. I'll pop both of these to the side. All right, and I do have to cut down my DSP, so I'm just going to grab that DSP and move everything else out of the road. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of scoring and cutting. What I might do is I might cut our DSP first, and then we can score our box base. So we're going to need one piece of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 for the top of the box. So I'm going to do that 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, like so. Then we're going to need 4 pieces that are going to measure 3 1/4 by 2 inches. So by 2, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these are for all the sides of the boxes. Now, 2 of the sides of the boxes are going to be kept exactly as they are, but what we need to do is we need to cut down each side. So what's funny is we're going to cut down from the right down to the left, and then from the left down to the right on the opposite side. That way we have both sides cut down and ready to go. So it doesn't matter which side you do first. I'm just going to do the right side first, down to the left, bottom left. So top right, down to the bottom left. And because we're cutting 2 edges, I highly recommend popping your cutting blade in the center and then going up, lifting it up slightly, and then bringing it back down. And what you'll end up having is 2 beautiful straight edges that are cut very well. So we have that one. Let's cut the other one. So we're going to do top left down to bottom right. So you're just doing the opposite. So if you're easily confused, and let me know, because I certainly am, the way I do it is I make sure I pop the first one here, do the next one straight away. So up, pull my slide up a little bit to bring it up off the corner, and then cut all the way through. And then that way I know that I'm right for both sides there. Okay, so we have our DSP ready to go. I can pop them to the side. Now we're going to do our scoring for our box. So let's open this up. I need to move my light back a little bit. There we go. That way you can still see everything. I'm going to make sure that I'm getting rid of my cutting blade right out of the way, because yeah, that would be very bad. I could easily cut into it. Okay, everyone's saying lights. Awesome. Okay, I think we're going to go with the lights, which is a nice little contrast there. So we have our first piece of the box, and this is actually the very front of our box here. Our A4 piece of cardstock is just not quite big enough to be able to create the box, so I sort of had to add just a little bit extra to give us the length to be able to put our treat inside. If you're putting something in a little bit smaller, all you can do is cut down or score down your A4 piece that we cut down to 8 by 11.5, and you do this on the very end piece. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but if you want me to explain it a little bit better, let me know and I'll do that. Okay, so this piece here is 1.5 by 8, and we are going to score on the 1.5 inch side at 1 inch. So that's going to give us the 1 inch flap on the box, as well as a 1/2 inch tab, which will actually be able to secure that tab to our box base. Okay, and then on the 8 inch side, what we're going to do is we're going to score at 2 1/4, and you can either do it either of two ways. 2 1/4, and then at 5 3/4, or if you just turn it around this way and do it at 2 1/4 again, that will also give you the 2 score lines. So there we have it, 3 score lines, 1 across here and then 2 here. Then I'm going to bring in my 8 by 11.5 inches. On the 8 inch side, we're going to score at 2 1/4. And 5 3/4, which again is 2 1/4 on either side. Then we're going to turn it to the 11.5 inch side. We're going to score at 3 1/2, and I'll go through these measurements again after we finish. 3 1/2, 5 3/4, and 9 1/4. Okie dokie. Let's burnish all those score lines. Oh. I'm using the basic white thick cardstock. Because it's a box, you really want to make sure that you're using sturdy cardstock. If you didn't want to use the white, you could use any color, which would work really well. You could use, you know, red, you could use green for the Christmas season. Or if you changed your DSP, change it, you know, have a different color cardstock as well. All right, we have all our scoring done. I'm going to bring my scissors in, and we're going to create our little flap for the opening of our box. So this little piece here. And what we're going to do, we have the 1/2 inch tab here. We're going to take off the 2 ends of the 1/2 inch tab, and then we're going to miter cut this one. We're going to actually attach that to the base of the box. Hi, Deborah. Oh, no, that's all right. You're not late at all. Cutting fabric for a Christmas gift. What are you creating? I can't sew for the life of me, so... Okay, so we're just cutting up those score lines. I've also miter cut and done a little triangle cut on each of those tabs. So we have that one. Then for this one, okay. Then we have a bigger box down here. We're actually going to be attaching our tab to that one. I'm a little bit worried because, let me just make sure. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's grab my tear and tape. I'm going to actually attach this tab down before we cut into our box. A tissue holder for a purse. Awesome. We all need to have tissues in our purse, that's for sure. I'm going to do 2 lines of, let's pull that up. Just take that backing off. Like so. And I'm going to be lining up the score line here with the edge of our box, and our score lines measuring up to the score lines on the box as well. Like so. Okay. We're going to cut up each of these score lines on the side, and I'm going to grab my large scissors just to make it easy for me. And I'm also going to grab, oh, my legs are sore, so I'm going to sit down as well and see how well I can do this sitting down. So cutting up each of our score lines. And on both sides. Oh, a little bit further up. And last one there. So to pop this box together, these are the sides we're adding. We'll be adhering these little tabs. Yep. Like so. Okay. So to add our adhesive, we're going to, this is the right side up of the box. I'm going to add adhesive to, not the small one here, actually, put it this way. That small one that we added, not that one, to the next one up, and also the opposite side. And I don't know, do I need to focus the camera up a little bit further so you can see? This is the front of the box, so we've got the tear and tape here. We're also going to add it to these small tabs. The sample I have is a little bit different to the one we're creating here, because I had to add that second piece of cardstock. So I'm not trusting where I'm putting my glue because it's a little bit different in size. So I just want to make sure that I'm getting the glue in the right area. Okay. And we're also going to add glue to these 2 top ones as well. So like so. You can use tear and tape, you could use snail, you could use the green multi-purpose liquid glue. They all work just fine. I just find for the ease of creating lives, it is a lot easier to be able to use tear and tape when putting things together on lives. I seem to get the green glue everywhere, so which is not good. Okay, so the camera's in the right area. Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's take the backings off. Now the little plum puddings have a little bit of weight in them. So depending if that's what you're putting in, or if you're putting something else, you want to make sure that you're using a strong adhesive, because you don't want the box to fall apart. So quickly before we put that down, this is the template. We're adding glue to the ends. We're missing the middle piece. The next lot of tabs, we've added adhesive. We're missing that piece there, those two pieces there, and then the tabs again with glue. I've taken the backings off. We're just going to line this piece up with the edge and adhere that down, and do the same on the opposite side, like so. Let's take our backings off of the next lot of tabs. So like most boxes, we have the base of the box is where all the strength is. You have, you know, 4 lots of adhesive on it, and then a little less adhesive on the lids of the box, because the weight is in the base. And we're just going to roll this up and adhere it to the edge again. So let's do it this way. Like so. And I probably should be standing up. It'd make it a lot easier for everyone, but it'll be fun. And there we have our box base. Now before we do our lid, what we're going to do is we're going to take, see our edge here, we're going to cut from this edge to this edge, and that's going to give us our tapered angled cut. And I am going to stand up, and I'm just going to pull the camera up just a little bit so you'll be able to see it as I do it. Long handled or long bladed snips or scissors make it a lot easier as well. Okay. And this side's a lot easier. I probably should have popped it down this way. There we have it. That's pretty easy, isn't it? Cutting from the edge to edge. Now we can add the top of our box. This is like a flip top box, but it's an angled cut one. And I'm probably making it look way more intricate than it is. It's really not that hard, guys. You just make the box and then cut up the edges. And again, lining up the edges there, and on this side. As you can see, that goes over, but we also want to add that angle cut. So to do that, we're going to go from this corner up to this corner. And you want good strong scissors. You're going through 2 layers of cardstock. See, one side's so much easier to cut than the other. But we get there. And there we have it. Ta-da! All right. let's bring in our DSP pieces. Actually, we'll pop them to the side. We've got our DSP cut. Let's bring in our 2 pieces of cardstock, basic white and real red. And we're going to do some quick die cutting of those labels. So using this set here, I have used this one for the real red and then the oval for the basic white. And you can use basic white, regular or the thick cardstock. I think I grabbed the thick. And we're just going to run this through quickly. So only a little bit of die cutting. We're using the die cuts from that beautiful DSP pack. So again, another really quick and easy project that's going to wow anyone that you give this gift to. Let's bring that box in. We're going to stamp our sentiment. I have real red ink. And I'm using the Seasons Greetings stamp set. Nice. Okay. So I'm actually not using any dimensionals on our sentiment piece, although it would look really nice on a dimensional, wouldn't it? Let's go dimensionals on this one. Guys, you know I cannot create the same thing twice exactly the same. I just can't. I don't know why. Something is wrong with me for that. Oh, but it does look so good. Die cut up. Or dimensionalized up. Alright, we have our sentiment piece. Let's bring in our box. Let's add all our pieces together. So the box lid piece of DSP was, let me get those measurements again, was 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. So we're just going to add just with a little bit of liquid glue. And I think this is such pretty paper. Like so. And you could even add one to the inside piece, or maybe stamp another sentiment. That would be a great idea, have another sentiment on the inside. I left it plain, but that's okay. We're sort of going with quick but beautiful. And then we have another full piece. So we cut down 4 pieces that were measuring 3 1/4 by 2 inches. So 2 of them will go on the front and back of the box, like so. And then 2 of the pieces we cut diagonally. And we're just going to add them to the box as well. Now I thought this looked really good. I'll show you in just a second. This one. Because when you open it up, it looks a little bit different. Let's show you. So it doesn't go all the way to the edge, but when it's closed, I thought that looked good. Something a little different. What did you guys think about this DSP when you saw it? Was it something that you thought was a great idea? Or were the die cuts just something that doesn't interest you? Because Stampin' Up! Are bringing out more and more DSPs with the die cuts, which I actually really like. It's sort of going to be one of those things that it's good for scrapbookers as well as card makers to make quick and easy cards, but also to use on scrapbooking. And if you watched my unboxing last night, you'll actually see that there's quite a few DSPs coming out in the January catalogue that use both DSP and the die cuts, which I thought was pretty cool. Okay, so we're going with the lights because I think that is super cute, and we're going to use dimensionals to pop them up. So I'm just going to add, you can use as many or as little as you like. I really want to make sure that it doesn't sort of sag or anything like that, and I'm not afraid to use my dimensionals. They're probably the cheapest thing that I purchase. There we go. And to get those off, I'm just going to use take my pick tool. When I have a lot of dimensionals to come off, this is probably the easiest. Otherwise, they seem to just attach to your fingers everywhere. That's all of them. They're nice and shiny. I love that you guys chose the lights. I think that is so sweet. Cute. We're going to also pop up our sentiment piece. And that stamp set actually has lots and lots of, actually let's put them, I'm actually going to put them on the box instead. Move him over a little. I'm not bringing my tape mod pick in here. I'll probably end up putting a hole in my box. That should work. Oh, that looks so pretty. And then lastly, we're going to use that gold ribbon that comes in the silver and gold combo pack. I'm going to make a nice big, oops, bow. It's a huge bow now because it just fell on the floor. The backs attach themselves to my dog. It attaches to everything, Judith. I usually walk away from the desk and my husband will be taking these off my shirt on my belly all the time. Maybe that's a thing I need to lose weight, which I probably do. But they do attach to my shirt all the time as well. Nice, huge, big bow, which I think, you know, you need the big bow, don't you? And I'm going to use just a mini glue dot for that one as well. Marion says always part of her freebies, glue and dimensionals. Absolutely. Yeah. Certainly pays to get those freebies. And speaking of freebies, we have Celebration coming up in January, which you can earn a free product. I did share a couple of the free products, or a few of the free products, in my unboxing last night. So if you haven't checked that out, go and have a look. There is amazing products that will be available free with order, with participating order next month. All right, let me grab my beautiful traditional fruit mini pudding. Yum. Pop him in there. Look at that. What a beautiful little treat idea. And look how different they look, but Very similar. Love that. All right. I will go through those measurements again, just because I'm not doing PDFs or anything like that. So this will just make it a little bit easier for you if I'm telling you all the dimensions properly. So we had a piece of 8 by 11.5 inch cardstock. We scored that on the 8-inch side at 2 1/4 and 5 3/4. On the 11.5 inch side, we scored it at 3 1/2, 5 3/4, and 9 1/4. On the 1.5 by 8 inches piece of basic white thick cardstock, we scored it on the 1.5 inch side at 1 inch, and on the 8-inch side at 2 1/4 and 5 3/4, or 2 1/4 on each side. And then that created the front of your box just here. Yeah, so there we go. I love that. I think that is such a sweet little gift. And you know, those mini puddings are so inexpensive at Aldi. You know, what a great little gift to give, you know, as a stocking stuffer or Kris Kringle gift for your workplace, anything like that. I just think these little treats and gifts are just a great way of sharing with your friends and family how much you appreciate them and how much you love them. And they don't have to cost a fortune, which is also really good. Oh, Deborah, you watched the unboxing. Thank you. And there was yellow stuff, Judith. Absolutely. That whole DSP pack is right up your alley. Yeah, so if you're after any of the supplies that I've used today, I would love it if you purchase them in my online store. There is a link just here and in the description of the video. If you use the host code, I've got some great gifts that I give out to my customers each month as well. And this is day 4 of the 12 days of Christmas, so I hope that you've enjoyed it. I'll be back with day 5 tomorrow at 5, so please come back and join me for that. If you have enjoyed today's video, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. If you hit subscribe if you haven't done that already, and if you're watching the replay, please leave me a comment and let me know that you're watching and you know that you're enjoying the tutorials. All right, everyone, enjoy your Wednesday night. Thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me this afternoon. I know it's probably a big commitment for you guys to come in every day and to watch me, and I really do so appreciate it. Absolutely, so much appreciation there. All right, everyone, enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks, Marion. Thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Sue. All right, everyone. Bye-bye.